Okay, welcome back, everybody. Now for the fun part, our continuing coverage tonight. Let's go outside the numbers. Joining me to talk in studio about this evening's results, Dr. Robert Tennant, an assistant professor of economics at Texas A&M Central Texas. You're the numbers guy. You're an accountant. You love numbers.
I do.
There's a big number up there. 3.5 million votes for Greg Abbott, a convincing victory tonight over Beto O'Rourke, who gave it a good campaign, went to all 254 counties in Texas. He comes up short.
He definitely deserves respect for going to all the counties. 800,000 votes is just too much to overcome.
I want to show you his senatorial race in 2018, Doctor. When he was up, there's the numbers. He only loses to Ted Cruz by less than 300,000 votes. So this is a convincing win for Abbott. What does this tell you about the state of Texas right now?
People thought it was going purple, but it looks like it's holding on being red like it's been since, what, 94?
Yeah, since Ann Richards had won the last election and went to George Bush in 94. Of course, he rode two elections in the state of Texas right to the presidency of the United States.
Indeed.
When you look at the map here, what does this tell you? I tell you, one thing jumps out for me. Tarrant County in Fort Worth went for Joe Biden in 2020. We see it swinging back redder now here in 2022. What do you think about the rest of the state when you look at this map?
When I see that, it looks like they associate Beto with the popularity of the president, which is not polling very well at the time.
I see.
So that probably explains why there's a variation there.
Now, we had a lot of things to discuss, but you kept saying the economy was number one. But we had things in there like the abortion and gun control and gun rights. And I want to go to a place like Uvalde County, because you know this has been on the talk really since that school shooting. And Abbott wins with 4,700 votes as compared to 3,000 to Beto O'Rourke.
And even more so at a higher percentage rate than overall in the state.
Yeah.
Which is surprising.
Incredible. But again, you think this is an election where people bet on the economy and perhaps the border. As we look down at the border now, some of these counties were bluer in 2020.
Definitely. Immigration is one of the top 5 nationwide, and even more so in the state of Texas.
Now, you're so good with the numbers, I want to take a step back and look at one more thing. Let's go ahead and go to the U.S. Senate right now, which nationally is shaking up to be very, very close. We don't have a Texas senator running this time in this cycle.
Correct.
But we look here at Wisconsin. We've got Pennsylvania, Wisconsin, possibly Arizona. North Carolina was just declared for the Republican. But there's a couple seats out there that are going to swing this election. How do you see this shaking out?
Some people thought that it was going to be a red wave.
Yes.
I don't think that's going to happen. I think it's going to be closer to what it was before the election, with maybe 1 or 2 more additional going to the Republicans.
So the Republicans would control the Senate if they just get 51. If it remains split at 50-50, Kamala Harris would be the tie-breaking vote. Of course, the Republicans couldn't afford to lose one and fall 51-49. They would not have control then.
Right. Betting odds currently have it listed in favor of the Republicans.
Still, so the odds are still favored there.
Right.
Thank you for your insight tonight. You're really good and fun to talk numbers with. We did some special behind-the-scenes stuff. Check that out. We're going to be back in just a moment. By the way, I do have an announcement as we go to break. Let's see. Aubrey Robertson has conceded to Josh Teetons, and Teetons will be the new district attorney of McLennan County. We're coming right back.